Hi guys, my name is David and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to delve into some of aviation's scariest moments, and I'm not talking about airplane crashes. In today's video, we have 4 terrifying stories and videos that'll leave you questioning what's real and what's fake the next time you step on board a plane or travel through an airport. Without further ado, let's get on with today's scary video.
The following program is brought to you in spooky aviation. Be warned, all scenes will be accompanied by pictures of the 737 MAX.
In November of 2016, 32-year-old Francisco Hernandez had just finished his shift as a patrolman at the Benito Juarez International Airport in Mexico City when he heard banging noises coming from an empty Aeromexico Connect Embraer E190 aircraft. Wanting to investigate, he grabbed a flashlight and boarded the plane just to make sure that no one was on board. What he caught on camera was truly chilling. Watch this.
Verga. ¿Qué fue eso? No mames.
A black shadowy figure peeks out from the back galley of the plane, even though the video confirmed that there was not a single person on board the plane. The figure appeared 3 times before Hernandez decided to book it out the plane. Just what do you think was captured on camera? Do you think it's one of the so-called shadow people that are said to roam the earth? Let me know what you think it was in the comment section below. Personally, this video fascinates me, and I would love to know what registration this plane has to never fly on it at all, and to learn a bit more about its history. That being said, let's move on to the next segment of this Halloween special. Aviation is known to have its fair share of scares when it comes to airplane accidents and crashes. But one tragedy that stands out in US aviation history is American Airlines Flight 191. On May 25, 1979, an American Airlines DC-10 was scheduled to fly from Chicago O'Hare to Los Angeles International Airport. 258 passengers and 13 crew members were on board the flight. The plane was taking off from runway 32 right when its left engine detached from the wing and landed on the runway. When the engine detached from the wing, it severed several hydraulic lines, retracting the slats. With no slats, no hydraulics, and a damaged wing, the left wing started producing far less lift than the right wing. The unbalanced aerodynamics caused the airplane to roll to the left until it was almost upside down before crashing into an open field near the end of the runway. Sadly, all 271 people on board the flight lost their lives, along with 2 on the ground. It is the deadliest aviation accident to occur in the United States. Now, it wouldn't take long for people to start noticing some strange things around the accident site. Reports of bright white bubbling lights were seen by motorists passing along the field and were heard and taken to the local police. The police thought that the lights were flashlights by macabre souvenir hunters who were looking for whatever they can find after the plane crash. Now, the police would respond quickly to these reports, but the moment they would enter the field, they would see nothing. No one. Not a soul could be heard or seen. No one was ever found to be walking or even scavenging around the crash site. But it would be a different story for the residents of the trailer park who lived right next door. Just hours after the plane crash, residents would complain of rattling doorknobs and windows getting knocked on. Those who responded, which included off-duty firefighters and police officers, would open their doors to find no one there. Dogs would continue barking and barking and barking at the open field where the plane crash occurred for no explicable reason. Months and months would go by, and soon footsteps were being heard at people's porches, and even real-life figures started appearing in front of people. People would meet a worried figure who would tell them that he needed to make his connection and he needed to find his luggage before vanishing into thin air. This would actually cause many people to move out of their trailer homes and for new people to start moving in, but then they would find the same paranormal activity. There was a man who would walk his dog around the area where Flight 191 went down, and he would hear stories from the residents who lived in the trailer park nearby about hearing moans and cries emanating from the crash site. Now, he never really believed them, and so he would just walk his dog along the field. No biggie. But one day, he was walking his dog along the crash site when he saw a figure of a young man, who was drenched in sweat. But upon further inspection, he noticed that the man smelled very much like gasoline, almost like jet fuel. This is when he realized that the young man wasn't drenched in sweat, but he was drenched in gasoline. His clothes appeared to be smoldering steamy, almost like a runner on a cold, chilly night. You know, when the steam starts running off from all the body heat in a cold night, but worse. Now the man with the dog wanted to help, so he turned around to find the telephone booth, but the moment he turned back around, the young man had vanished, seemingly out of thin air. It's scary to think that the US's worst air disaster could be such a ghostly scene. But 50 years later and 2,777 miles down in South America will bring us to our next segment. The next video will have you thinking about whether to enter the airport restroom in El Dorado Airport in Bogota, Colombia. In the early morning hours of El Dorado Airport in Bogota, Colombia, a security guard kept on hearing strange noises inside the women's restroom. What was unnerving was that the airport was closed for renovations, and the timeline where this video was taken was during COVID, which was 2020, and no one was flying in or out of the airport at that point. The security guard, unnerved, decided to take a video inside the women's restroom to prove that what he was seeing was actually real. This is what he captured.
Bueno, estoy nuevamente aquí en la puerta del baño. No hay nadie acá. No hay nadie. Y allá tampoco hay nadie. No hay nadie allá. Dios mío. Bueno, voy para adentro. La sangre de Cristo me cura. Hola, hola. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, madre!
Upon entering the restroom, the faucets start turning on by themselves, and the air dryer also starts turning on by itself. Determined to find out what this ghost is capable of, he starts asking it for more proof. And that's when the restroom stall door slams shut. Terrified, he runs out of the restroom, and that's where the video ends. This video went viral, and actually even got the attention of media outlets like Primer Impacto. In the news coverage, Luciano Gonzalez, Director of General Services at Bogota Airport, states, "The airport staff believed that the ghost belonged to a woman who used to work at the airport." The report then goes on to say that the cargo division and the Department of Health in charge of receiving humanitarian flights for the airport are actually looking into finding a way that they can make a religious ceremony for whatever ghost is haunting that woman's restroom in order to find some peace and hopefully return that lost soul to where it needs to be. It is 2024, and so far we haven't heard any more updates about this ghost story coming out of Colombia. What do you guys think about this video? Would you visit the restroom the next time you're at El Dorado Airport in Bogota, Colombia? Let me know in the comments below. So this is where this Halloween story and this video ends. If you guys enjoyed today's video, comment down below what was your favorite segment. Should I do more aviation themed horror stories? I welcome any submissions in the comments down below and in my DMs on Instagram at DeltaMike Aviation. This is the first time I do a video like this, and I've been on YouTube for like years. So I'm open to any suggestions you want to leave me in the comments below. And that is the end of the stories for today's video. I will start posting regularly, so watch out for those videos. I think that's all we have for tonight. So, safe travels, happy flying, and happy Halloween.